I have been covering glitches in Elden Ring for a while now, and it has given me plenty of content to say the least. I really don't have to be the one to say that the game has not exactly been in the best state a AAA title could be in. I'm sure everyone that has had invisible enemies for the first week can agree. At this point, you could easily win a glitch bingo, given that we had everything from a full-on god mode to partial god mode to insta-kill laser beams to flying, the list goes on. It has become glaringly obvious that FromSoft doesn't really change much between games, since a lot of the major offenders have been a thing in the previous games, and while some got fixed, most made a reappearance. A majority of the big names, however, come from the very same source of issues, the menu. In Elden Ring, for some unknown reason, you can delay animations and give yourself an extra frame or two to change your equipment or inventory when you really shouldn't be able to. In the case of the chainsaw glitch, you could pivot to delay the menu lock of the items, which allowed you to change the weapons out before the game would block that action. That results in the animation playing on a different weapon, which is exactly what causes all of these issues. Move swaps and tumble buffs are exactly the same. By delaying or queuing up an action, you can switch weapons around and fool the game into thinking you're still using the intended weapon when you really aren't. In the beginning, the uses were limited. You could fly for a bit and do some funny animations, but by now people have found some crazy stuff like the previously mentioned chainsaw glitch or the new version of it, which is a weaker version but still enough to kill every boss in NG+7 in seconds. While these glitches are rather harmless for PvE, since you have to choose to do them, PvP has been suffering for a long time now. Just recently, people began to move swap Bolt of Grand Sax onto Reduvia, which allows for a quick cast 2000 damage insta-kill in PvP, and putting something like Deathblight on Rivers of Blood is not even uncommon anymore at this point. I have personally tried showcasing as many as possible for the sake of getting them the attention they need to be fixed, but whether FromSoft really cares is unknown, because if they do, they must be really far behind on all of these. Except for the menu-related glitches, because honestly, if they were to just fix the menu like they tried on Dark Souls 3 and did with the chainsaw glitch, they would eliminate a lot of the trouble and prevent even more. If this was a solely PvE game, it would not be an issue and probably could stay in the game because it's voluntary, but as it stands, they have no real place being in a AAA title that has a PvP mode. So what I'm trying to get at is, a lot of the issues could be fixed right away, and with time, glitches have become harder to find and way less common, so once FromSoft decides to do something about it, I imagine most of these will be gone in no time. But what do you think? Should they even be removed, or is it part of the game at this point? Does it really matter in a mainly PvE game? With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then leave a sub. I would appreciate... How would we ask for a fucking sub without being a fucking loop? If you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate if you could consider leaving a like or a sub. And with that being said, I hope... See you in the next... See you in the next one. Yeah, there you go.